hello, beloved soul. So today's message is special. It's about our 5-5 portal. That energy was so intense. I was picking up on it ahead of time. It's bad enough we had the eclipse energies, right? But then the 5-5 portal just took me to another level. Um, so many shifts, so many transitions. Five is about change. It can be a chaotic change, although change isn't always chaotic, but it can feel that way, right? Because change can be really uncomfortable. So double that down yesterday, right? With this big portal moving into a huge change. Everybody's being called forward, right? Everybody's being called to draw in their light, to draw in those energies, to really step forward in their authenticity, right? To really remember who you are as a sovereign being, right? Remember who you are as a soul beyond these meat suits. For the divine feminines, I know that many have been getting triggered. There's been a lot of projection being put onto them, right? A lot of things are being reflected back that aren't always the most comfortable to see. Um, Inner child wounds has been a theme for the collective as a whole, right? So we're all really feeling that and really working through it and really shifting it. A lot of awarenesses are coming up for things that happened to us between the ages of 0 and 7 and how that's playing out in our lives now, whether that's abandonment issues that we learned from our family or like receiving breadcrumbs in relationships, not having a healthy relationship with money, what else has been coming up? There's been a lot of self-sabotaging going on. So we see self-sabotage, abandonment issues, financial issues, this poverty consciousness, right? Like really fighting to keep its grip on everyone because it doesn't want you to step into the glory of God, which is true abundance and prosperity, right? So a lot of that has been coming up. For a lot of the divine masculines that are awakening at this time, many are going through a dark night of the soul, right? And so they're being called to really go inside, to be really introspective, and to start trusting in their intuitive guidance. A lot of you divine masculines are getting the advice that you need. You're getting the signs, you're getting the synchronicities, you're hearing the messages, and you're not following directions. You're literally fighting for your shortcomings and your failures and your like interruptions, right? It's like, let me fight for my limitations. You fight for your limitations, you get to get them, right? And as for the divine feminines, not embodying the things that are being projected onto her, right? As well as looking at what this means big picture wise, right? So a lot of the divine feminines have been in alignment with the ego energy, right? Rising above, seeing things from a higher perspective, being an observer of life and not an absorber of the things that again, once again, being projected onto you. And a lot of the divine masculines, as you're doing your healing and you're growing and evolving, getting the intuitive guidance and trusting it, right? You're being drawn, you're being isolated, you're being withdrawn from people for a reason, right? So the reason that you're being given that quiet time, the reason that you're given that solitude is because you're getting messages from the Most High, but you need to believe it. A lot of divine masculines also are working through severe karmic patterns with feminine energies. No, not even gonna say feminine energies, with embodied females here as they deal with their karmic patterns. So let's say you're a divine masculine that has a close relationship with their mother or their sister or something, and they're still in a negative thought form, and you're trying to evolve and elevate and grow. They have those grips in you that are trying to keep you back, right? So you have this push pull going on with the collective as a whole, right? You have those people that are really trying to do the work and are acknowledging step by step, layer by layer. All right, this is where I need to be accountable for this. This is where I need to grow here. This is where I could have been better. This is where I could have been stronger. This is where I should have been looking at like things from a high perspective. This is not serving the greatest good of the whole. Let me take a step back, right? Let me shift my perspective. I'm focusing too much on the manifestations of things and no longer on the miracles and the magic and the faith of what I'm doing, right? So a lot of people are being called to task. A lot of people are being just pulled out of their comfort zones because it's time. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to evolve. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to dead those relationships. It's time for you to see the patterns in your life and the people and the places and the things that are holding you back. Are there people that you're around where you're not necessarily always like arguing, fighting? There's always some type of drama. they are always trying to pull you back into the darkness. Like, are those your people? Because some of us grew up around those people. It doesn't mean that those are bad people, but if you're at a place in your involvement, which I'm pretty sure you are if you're watching something like this, where you're ready to step into a fuller, greater version of yourself, then some of that shit has got to go, right? And it doesn't mean that those relationships end forever. People grow and evolve at different levels, right? So sometimes it's like maybe you're ascending right now because you've been doing some inner work, and they might do something later and catch up to you, right? And you guys meet it later on in life and realize that what they were going through and what you were going through help to build and mold you to make you the fabulous people that you are at that present moment so that you can come back into alignment and move forward, right? So there's all of that going on. So really just taking time to hold space for yourself, to hold space for everyone else and give them the grace to know that like there's a lot of shit going on, right? There's a lot of shit going on. So again, especially with these female karmic patterns, right? Like, and I know this is a hard conversation for some people, but fuck titles, right? Um, People like to hold on to titles and they really, really are like, oh, but that's my mom, that's my sister, that's my dad, that's my husband, that's my wife, that's my that, and it's like, I don't give a fuck who they are or what their title is, right? If people are crossing boundaries with you, they gotta go. If people are disrespecting you, they gotta go. If people are no longer in alignment with your soul and your goals and your dreams and your purpose and your divinity, they have to go. And it's not a bad thing, and that's not um personal, and it's not you being petty. This is you as a soul moving to the next level and knowing that those energies can't move forward with you at this time. They have to shift on their own, right? This isn't about being like a whole crab in a barrel thing, right? Because that's what those low vibrational energies do. Lower vibrational energies, anything that's not in alignment with unconditional love or above, is going to have the energy of a crab in a barrel. It's going to try to keep pulling you down, as opposed to being a ladder of success and involvement and ascension and helping each other up, right? I've had many, many calls and emails this week of people reaching out that were just having a really um challenging time, right? And having a challenging time holding the energy of faith in love as opposed to faith and fear, right? Because we worry, and we're like praying for bad things to happen with that worry energy, as opposed to stepping into our heart centers and knowing, you know what, if there's a delay, if there's a pain, if there's something here that I don't like, this is a lesson for me. How can I learn from this and grow from it so I can get to the next step? Right? What is this teaching me? Why am I being so triggered? Why am I so defensive right now? Why does that even bother me? What does that even matter? I just saw something fly across my computer. You guys see that? I didn't see anything here, but I could see it on the screen when I'm talking to you guys. Okay, that's the second time I saw it. I thought I was bugging out the first time, but I just saw it again. Thank you, angels. It's probably one of y'all just being like, we're here. All right, anyway. So I'm going to pull from a couple of decks. I'm going to do a card for the Divine Masculine energy and a card for the Divine Feminine energy, just because there's a lot going on, and I want to make sure you guys get clear and concise messages for this 5-5 portal. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Uriel, help me get clearest and most concise messages for the collective. What does the Divine Masculines need to know right now? What will serve their highest? Wow, y'all got two. All right. And for the Divine Feminines, two as well. Well, at least we're mirroring. I'll take that. I always clear the cards before, but I like to do it on camera too. What do the Divine Masculines need to know, my beautiful angels and guides? What's going to serve the highest and greatest good at this time? Okay. And the Divine Feminines, what? Okay. Might pull in a healing mantra at the end too, because there's just a lot of intense energies going on for everyone. Angels, what do the Divine Masculines? Okay, and do we need another for the Divine Masculines, or was that it? Because that was really fast. Okay. Okay. And okay, that one's coming off too. And for the Divine Feminines, what do we need to know? Divine Masculines, y'all got a lot going on with you, I can tell already. Because y'all got a lot of messages. Anything else for the Divine Feminine? Alright. Alright, so let's start. Bottom of the deck. all across the board, you're not for everyone. That to me is like the biggest compliment in the world. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Like, that is, yes, good. You shouldn't be for everybody. Like, you want to be for these streets, you want to be typical, you like, picture like a penny, right? A copper penny. Like, how much do people just not pay a penny any mind anymore, right? It does have value once you get 100 of them together, right? You get a little dollar. But for the most part, people don't even count pennies anymore, right? You're not a penny, right? You're like a Susan B. Anthony coin, right? You're like a $2 bill. Like, you got to be out there and be unique and understand that that is a part of your divinity. That's for everyone, as well as standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. You hear this, collective? This is who you are, right? You're taking the rocks that have been thrown at you and you're building a fucking house. You're building a mansion. You're building your business. You're showing people you can't harm me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You're standing above all the bullshit, all the fray, all the nonsense. So just remember that. Remember your sovereignty. Remember how strong you are, okay? And everyone, look, protection, right? This is the angels and the guides coming in and letting you know you're divinely protected at all times. This is divine shielding you and guiding you, right? The tree reminding us to do what? To dig deeper so that we can grow higher, right? So know that any and everything that's going on at this time is happening for you, right? Not happening to you. All right, divine masculines, let's get started with you. You have a lot of cards, which I'm loving, every one of them. You are not alone. I love that for you, divine masculines. Isolation, physical connection, community. So, like I said, divine masculines, many of you were sent into hermit mode, right? Many of you were told to withdraw and to isolate. Why? So that you can start listening to your intuition and no longer listen to the people and the nonsense around you. This community that's coming in for you is of a higher vibration, right? This is your soul tribe, this is your soul family coming in. So many of you are going to be meeting mirrors of yourself, right? Like people that just get you. Many of you are working through shadow and light aspects of yourself, right? And really just like balancing your masculine and your feminine energies, balancing your light and your darkness, right? But know that you have a soul tribe coming in, people of like-minded that are here to help you, guide you, and to work with you during these transitions, right? During these shifts. Sorry guys, my baby's up. So and then like just the connection here, right? The beautiful connection here. It almost reminds me of the like David and God, right? Coming together. It's that image of like heaven connected to the earth, right? Which we all are. We're all bridges for heaven on earth, right? You're a reflection of that here. So that's coming in to support you, divine masculine. So, and again, too, with this feminine energy around you, right? Actually, representation of female. So again, there's a lot of shifts going on in karmic relationships and patterns that have to deal with the females in your life, divine masculine, however that plays out for you. Gender females. I'm not talking about feminine energy, I'm talking about physically born females. A mother, a sister, you know. Whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I am in love with this for you. I said we're at a time where everyone's being called to stand forward, to be authentic. It's time to share your voice. It's time to put it out there. Many of you are going to be connecting to each other through music, sound vibrations. I know my girl, Turquoise Majesty, loves using sound bowls, right? Like that's big for her. But this is the energy of the whales and the orcas, who, like humans, are actually not born to die. We've just accepted that as humans that we will die, but we actually don't have to age out. Just keep going and going with that sound. So fascinating. And they connect with each other where across the globe through sound, through right through sound vibration. So for many of you, this soul tribe that's coming in, you got to look big picture wise, right? This is a global thing. So understand that you're going to be connecting with people across the globe, and a lot of that is going to be coming through you, through sound, right? Maybe through your throat chakra. I don't know if you're a writer, a singer, a musician, whatever that is for you. A lot of you are going to be connecting, like talking speakers, motivational speakers, um bloggers, vloggers, whatever that is, right? All of us have a certain frequency with the sound of our voices, and all of our names hold a certain frequency as well, right? Which is why, what's the favorite, what is everyone's favorite world in the world, right? It's the sound of your own name. Like, your name holds a frequency, your voice holds a frequency, so you're connecting with people. I know for years I hated, like, my voice because I would hear it played back and I'm like, I sound like a dude, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I have a gravelly voice and this is how I sound and this is what it is, and I connect with people on a lot of different levels, right? And my name is Autumn, right? That's a vibration in and of itself. The enlightened daughter is a vibration in and of itself, right? So just remembering that, remembering the majesty of you. For some of you, I feel like you're going through an initiation that's gonna have you change like your name or how you're identifying yourself in this world. And I don't mean like I don't mean like the story of the guy who's like a white man that's like, I identify as a Philippine woman. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how you're showing, like, your light is going to be showing up more. The dictates of your soul are going to be showing up more. You're going to be reflecting your the authenticity out more, right? Like, there's not going to be a need for conversations and explaining yourself because your life is going to be a reflection of that light, of that divinity, of your gifts, whatever that means for all of you. Okay. All right, divine masculines exceeding expectations. Yes. I soar into excellence. Again, with this energy of standing on top of the world, right? It's like a big ass rock, but you're standing on top of it. All the things that are happening right now and have been happening are happening for you, divine masculine. And I know that's not always an easy thing to hear, let alone receive and expect and experience. But these things are happening for you to grow you, to evolve you. And the changes and the shifts that you're going through at this time, right, are going to what? Exceed your expectations. Like, your soul tribe is coming in, you're learning about your spiritual gifts, you're alchemizing your life. They're showing this to me as like magic, right? So it's almost like you're creating the magic. You're starting to realize who you are as a soul, and you're starting to realize that you have way more control over your life, right? For those of you that are resonating with twin flames, right? Here's another message for you of things growing in unity again, again with the mirroring energies, right? So taking things to the next level, knowing that things are growing, knowing that things are evolving, and having an attitude of gratitude and high expectancy, right? Like, just knowing that it's gonna happen and just being stoked because you know it's about to be lit. You know it's about to be lit, 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 lit. Open your heart chakras. There's a lot of gold in that picture, so clearing and healing your solar plexus, right? Which is our divine masculine energy anyway, right? That's our gut, right? Our inner sun. So trusting your gut instincts. Again, divine masculines, I cannot say this enough. You've been getting so much guidance recently to trust your intuition, and you're not. It's time to start remembering who you are as a soul and trusting yourself again. All right. Then you got transformation, illumination, enlightenment, and wonders. I mean, come on, divine masculines. This whole 5-5 portal is bringing huge amounts of magic and healing and growth into your life. You're about to go to another level of yourself that you're not even exceeding expectations, right? You're not even expecting. It's like you started doing the work because maybe you're going through a challenging time at work, or maybe you're having a challenging time with your partner, or maybe you're having a challenging time with your parents, right? And you started doing this work. But as you're doing this work, as things are being illuminated, as you're finding new awarenesses and enlightenments, things are changing, right? Changing, 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 changing. And again, with this five energy, that can be an energy of chaos, but it's gonna be a beautiful thing, right? It's gonna be miraculous. It's gonna have you grow. It's gonna have you evolve. Like, you really need to know it, own it, and feel. So you're gonna feel. Sorry about that, guys. I had to pause. My children are losing their minds. Um, you're gonna feel these changes, these growths, and because of this beautiful like violet purple color, when this reminds me of an amethyst crystal, right? A lot of that enlightenment and growth is gonna be in your third eye and it's gonna be in your crown chakra. If you happen to be experiencing, and it's for everyone, divine masculine or divine feminine, headaches, head pressure, clearings of the throat have been going on a lot, especially with the divine masculines, because you guys are being guided to speak your truth, right? But pressure here, I know my third eye is itching like crazy, the top of your head, right, with your crown chakra, divine masculines, because of all the activations with your solar plexus, I wouldn't be surprised if you had like gas or bubble guts, diarrhea, um, even with this throat chakra energy, like acid reflux, you know. For divine feminines, as we've been working through our sacral chakras, there's been huge things going on in the heart chakra, definitely in the sacral chakra. So, maybe you've gotten your period earlier, or your glands are swollen, or you're not as moist as you normally are, or you're overly moist, right? Like it's all, it depends on how it's playing out on your body. So, just take heed of that during this time, to hydrate, to rest when you really need to rest, to try to connect with nature. I know whenever there's a huge portal going on around me, Gaia will rain the next day, wherever I'm at in the world, doesn't matter. It's raining right now. So that's how I knew it was major. I mean, I knew it was major because I felt it, but I knew when I woke up this morning I was going to wake up to like a rainy day, at least at some point. So it's beautiful. So divine masculines, you have a lot of illumination, a lot of enlightenment, a lot of growth, a lot of blessings coming in that are gonna, wow, you guys' third eye is about to get really rocked. As soon as I said that, my head started pounding, and I don't get headaches. You guys are being given so many intuitive downloads and guides right now. I'm telling you, if you just tap into that energy and stop talking yourself out of it and allow these changes to happen. You allow these changes to happen, and I didn't even peep that before. The blue is throat chakra, the yellow the solar plexus. This is all you, divine masculines. That's all you that's being upgraded severely at this time. You got to speak your truth, right? Communication was big. You got to stand in your power with your solar plexus and honor. Mm, wow. Get some amethyst if you can. That will help at this time for your third eye, or putting it on your crown chakra. When I get off of this line, I'm probably going to put some on my head because my head is pounding right now, connecting with your energies. Wow. So you're getting a lot of intuitive downloads, divine masculines. You just got to tap into it. You got to tap into it. You got to really trust the messages that you're getting. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Divine feminines, you're up. Sorry about that, my loves. I had to step away. My head was pounding. Like I literally had to walk away and be like, oh, let me go get some water, some tea, actually. All right, my beautiful divine feminines, you're up. Karmic relationships. This is a motherfucking bitch right now. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict, right? So, just like the divine masculines are dealing with healing karmic issues in their lives with females, divine feminines, we're getting rocked just as much, right? This is about you really tapping into those energies and acknowledging them and owning them for what they are, and knowing, and I love this because it looks like someone who's walking away, right? So it's time to let it go. It's time to walk away. You've been doing this healing work for so long. It's like, it's like being bit by a snake, going to the hospital to get the antidote, but then being mad at them for wanting to pull the venom out of your body. It's like it makes no sense. It's like, well, why are you taking the antidote if you just want to keep the poison in your body? You're just doing the same shit anyway. Like, what is the purpose of this game? Like, what is the purpose of this game? How is this gonna end? Why are you still doing this? And that's a lot of this energy right now. It's why are you still doing this? Why are you still doing this? Why are you repeating this pattern? Why are you holding on to this? Aren't you ready to move on? Aren't you ready to let go? If you're constantly in an energy and in a dynamic where you're constantly feeling less than, or you're receiving breadcrumbs, or people are like ghosting you, or constantly arguing, or your successes seem um are unsupported, like those types of things. It's time to walk away. And that's really just a matter of self-worth and self-love, and that's something that everyone in the collective is working with, right? Like we all want to make sure that we feel enough, right? Just looking at yourself and just being like, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. So many people can't say that, right? So many people can't look at themselves and be like, I love you, right? I look in the mirror all the time. I'm like, I love you, Autumn. You're a bad bitch. Way to go, girl. Get it. Tomorrow's going to be an even better day, right? Like, you got to gas yourself up. So, these karmic patterns and relationships in your life are here to guide you, to move you forward, right? Not for you to be stuck on the hamster wheel of experiencing the same pains and traumas over and over again. No, it's for you to grow and evolve and to move on. Um, I had a client recently who was offered a position with someone, and immediately, because of the person that offered them the position, got defensive, got angry, was bitter, and I like, I had to be like, stop. Like, if it wasn't that person, would you still feel that way about the situation? Is it the situation that's bothering you, or is it the person that said it to you that's bothering you? And if it's this person, then why are you still dealing with that energy? What are they here to teach you so that you can actually move forward? Because obviously you're not learning the lesson, right? And so for many of you, that's what this is right now. It's like the shit is happening with the same people in the same places and the same things. And yeah, maybe like the character name changes, but it's the same energy. And it's like, what is the lesson? What is the lesson? The shit is being shook up right now because you need to see the lesson. You need to see it for what it is. There's no more of this energy of being an ostrich and burying our heads in the sand. You're a divine feminine. You're here as a divine sovereign being to stand tall, to be authentic, to show your light, not to hide in the freaking dirt because you're scared of the truth of who you are. And in all honesty, the people that are around you that are not supporting you are scared of the truth of who you are because they see that light beginning to burn inside of you so brightly. It's time for you to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. Star Keeper. Amazing. Cosmic ancestors. Seed the light by staying grounded. I love that because we had the protection card earlier that came out for everyone, right? So really, again, digging your roots deeper, being grounded and healing that energy for the divine feminines has been a theme for months now, right? I'm wearing red, right, for our root chakra, but it's really about remembering to stay grounded. Yes, you're a star seed. Yes, you're a light worker. Yes, you're this beautiful divine feminine energy, but you also incarnated on earth for a reason, right? So do some meditations for your root chakra and your sacral chakra, right? Really connect down. Get some red foods, get some orange foods, wear red, wear orange, stay connected as you can. Go outside if you can. Get some earthing done, right? Get your feet in the dirt and connect with Gaia. Um, but you came down and incarnated here to help raise the vibration of the planet, right? To help change humanity, right? 5-5. We're here for change. We're here for chaos. We're here for upheaval, right? In the most beautiful way for the highest and greatest good of all, right? This for the highest and greatest good of all. So remembering that you're multidimensional, right? Remembering that you're way more than that bitch that's talking shit about you at the office, or the guy who didn't text you back, right? You're bigger than the pettiness that's around you. And that's been a really big theme, Divine Feminines, for you guys to remember to be observers and not absorbers of life. And I know as an empath, that is not always the easiest thing for me. Recently, with all these portals going on, I've been having to like double, if not triple down my protections, like consciously calling in the light and shielding and protecting myself several times a day because it's been so intense, because so much has been going on, because so much light energy has been coming onto the planet, highlighting the light, which is beautiful, right? Great. People standing in their truth, standing in authenticity. But this is a dual universe, right? So just as much light, again, just as much darkness. And darkness is fighting. They fighting. They want to hold on to the hold on, but we came here for a much bigger picture. We came here to do much greater things, and we're no longer tolerating that. We're no longer tolerating that. And it's about you remembering that you're here for something so much greater than yourself. Walking away from the things that aren't serving you because you know that they're just not, right? It's like you're walking away so you can lead yourself home, lead yourself to your true north. Let go of the shit that's holding you back. and remembering that you have a purpose that's greater than anything else, right? You're divine, and you're also protected, divine feminines. Don't forget that. Launching your journey. I can't. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. I love this. One, I love this because this looks like a freaking rocket ship to me. But also because why? We're moving forward, right? You're moving forward and letting go of the karmic patterns in your life, breaking generational curses, healing all this major shit, right? And you're moving forward to the greatest version of yourself, right? To your highest and greatest good. As we approach, right, this crescent moon, for some of you, this will be like physical moves, right? Maybe you're going on vacation, maybe you're actually like moving to a new location, but your soul is moving, your soul is growing, your soul is evolving. You're moving to different levels of your ascension and growth, and you're going to start to see things in a whole new light. And that's a beautiful gift. That's a beautiful, beautiful gift. These karmic patterns that you're letting go, right? It's like leaving the worst behind, right? It's like moving forward. This reminds me of the Fool's card in the traditional tarot, right? It's like I'm taking just what I need. I'm letting everything else stand by. I'm just gonna take the things that I need. I need toilet, toilet brush, toilet brush, toilet, uh, toothbrush. I'm getting work done in the house earlier. Toilet, so they must be on their way because I heard toilet like 3 times. Probably gonna get a knock on the door. Toothbrush, soap, some underwear, my charger, my phone, right? You're just taking like the bare minimum because you know where you're about to go. It's about to be lit. You're going to collect some things along the way. So, really, really beautiful energy. You can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. Release. I don't know, divine feminines. It's time to let some shit go. Literally, let it go and move forward. Could they be clearer? It's time to let go of things that are no longer serving you and move forward, divine feminines. This energy of the 5-5 portal is helping you to move forward. You're going to start to see some shit that may look a little ugly and feel a little nasty if you're not in alignment with your truth, right? And all of it's here to purify you, right? To cleanse, to heal. Because at a soul level, this is who you are. Pure, glistening, brilliant, luminous soul. That's who you are. And that's why this is happening for you. That's why these gifts are happening for you. That's why you're releasing these things. This is all happening for you, right? You're moving forward because you deserve to. You came here for something so much bigger than the humdrum nonsense that you've had to deal with. It's time to move forward, right? Allow yourself to feel the purity of your soul, to know who you are at the deepest levels of your being. And even when things don't seem like they match necessarily, right? Know that everything always comes together for the highest and greatest good. It's a green and kind of like a violet energy in those eyes, right? So green is our heart chakra, and the violet is our crown chakra. Opening your heart, divine feminine, right? And releasing the things that are no longer serving you. You're going to get the intuition, the guidance, and the messages that you need through your crown chakra. Filter them through your heart, use discernment, and walk away. It's time to let it go. That's it. Should we do a healing card? Do we need a healing card? We'll do a healing card for each of you guys, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, angels and my guides. What's a healing message that we can give to the divine masculines right now? And the divine feminines. The divine feminines got two. Yeah, because y'all play too fucking much. Y'all not, you need to let it go. It's time. Like, it's time. Just let it go already. Divine masculine. Check out the geometry. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Sometimes you just need a motherfucking nap. Sometimes you just need a nap to clear your energies, to allow things to plateau so you can start over. Sometimes you just need to rest. And during these times, during these big transitions and healings and portals, resting and hydrating are so important. So important. Um, divine feminines, y'all play too much. Invoking self realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Self-realization. That's what this path, this journey is about, right? Coming to self-realization. Loving ourselves so much that we can say yes and say no when we mean it, and we're okay with the things that come and go as a result of it. Integrating the ego. It's like, thank you, angels and guides. Everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. Ego, edging God out, in the words of the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. Divine feminines. It's time for you to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. It's time for you to release it with love and gratitude and move the fuck on. It's time for you to remember who you are as a great divine feminine essence in this universe and to step into your power. These changes that are happening, right? So butterfly energy with both the masculine and the feminine. These changes that are happening for you. Don't forget that before anything else. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. That was an intense reading. I hope that it served you all well. I love you so much, and I will see you guys soon. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Later, my beloveds.